What about the children? What about the children? Or do it even matter? Do even a lot of people care about what the children feel? How it affects them growing up? What about the children behind the choices that adults make, parents make? You know what I'm saying is because a lot of times I spend a lot of time with the youth at church and different things, and to hear how young people feel on a lot of things and how they are being blocked away on so many things. I want to just come in this video and say, what about the children? Or do a lot of people even care about how they feel? You know, it's so many children being born out of wedlock. A lot of them will never know who their dad is. Then we got so many people doing so many abortions that a child will never get a chance at life. So my question is, do it even matter what the child feels? And so many children are walking around here with anger from their parents. So many young daughters are walking around here frustrated because daddy was never there. And they was looking for daddy, and daddy been long gone, or daddy dead or locked up, probably in the penitentiary. Or some don't care at all. Then we got some men that'll go take care of another family that they started but won't take care of what they started at first. And all of this stuff going on, a lot of times people don't think about the children and how they hurt. Do it even matter how they feel? You know what? When I think about this, I got a little saying I say. I met her on Friday, slept with her on Friday and Saturday, went to church with her on Sunday, and then I moved in on Monday. This is what's going on. A lot of people ain't gonna never think about getting married. Shacking up is the most popular thing look like going on. Forget the wedding. Let's just move in. Forget the way God say do it. Let's just move in. I don't care about a marriage. This is what's going on. And there's so many children in the middle being hurt. What about the child that grows up without father and he turns to the street life? That's his example on how to grow up and be. Now his pants is sagging. He's selling dope. He's running women. He gets older and older, keep doing the same thing. And here comes somebody want to down talk him and talk bad about him, but instead of reaching out to help him when he didn't have nobody to help him, I mean, come on. Why do you think children are growing up the way they're growing up? See, this is the reason why God created marriage. See, it's hard, extra hard for that mama to teach that son how to become a man. And she can, and it can happen, but and then sometimes you got so much unbalanced children growing up because son only saw mama's side. It's something about that male figure. It's something about that male's voice. It's something about the relationship between a man and his son, father and son, that it's hard for mama to take that. And then when you got a daughter, she looks for her father. She want to know how it is. How is a man? Because when she get ready to date, she want to make sure that her man is something similar to her daddy. But then when she didn't have a daddy growing up, what does the little daughter look for? And then you got the daughter that's looking at mama, and mama sleeping around every day of the week and shacking up and letting anybody come through the back door. And daughter growing up seeing that. And she says when she get a little older, my mama did it, so I thought it was okay. Do it even matter what the children think? I know this gonna hit some folks in the head, but hey, the truth hurt. Somebody gotta stand on the truth. I know I don't have a lot of friends, and that's why, because I stand on the truth. I'm not concerned about a number of friends. What I like to do is tell the truth and hope and pray somebody has been helped. It's a lot of hurt children out here, people. It's sad enough that the church don't want the kids to do nothing. They don't want to let them praise dance. They don't want to let them do their mime, and they don't want to let them do nothing. They want to stay traditional and religious and knocking the children out of the church completely, and then want to down the children when they go to the streets. Little man told me the other day, JT, I had wrote some poetry and I wanted to rap. I wanted to do my gospel rap in the church, but they told me I couldn't do it in here. They told me this is the house of God and God don't like rap. We just gonna keep turning the children away. We ain't talking about sex in the church, but half of the little teenagers in the church is becoming up pregnant. Then we got the nerve in some churches to put the ones that's living the wrong life in position to try to teach the youth. All backwards. When a child is growing up, they're looking at their parents for so much. They're expecting so much out of mom and daddy ain't even together. Good God Almighty. Do it even matter what the children think? A lot of people tell their child, you ain't gonna be nothing. One thing I can't stand to see is when a young woman or even older, some of these women, these mothers, they'll tell they son, you ain't gonna be nothing. You just like your dad, that sorry nigga. You ain't gonna be nothing just like your daddy. Do you know what they do to a child? And after a while, they gonna start saying, I ain't gonna be nothing. Because my mama always told me I ain't gonna be nothing. So why not be nothing? Juvenile centers are full. The penitentiaries is full. Young men, older men. It's a sad day that we're living in. So do you think about your child? Now we got babies having babies. So many people sleeping around having these one-night stands. That's why I say it's all good when you're laying down and screwing each other, but soon as, I'm pregnant, got to get rid of it. Oh, man, I ain't finna take care of that child. And then here goes somebody else. These children don't ask to be here. And then here goes somebody else. I ain't taking care of that another nigga problem. That's his mistake. Children are not a mistake. I spoke about this before. Children are not a mistake. You made the mistake when you were screwing around with each other, but don't say that a child is a mistake because you don't know what that child is going to be growing up. Sad thing is, some of them ain't going to never get a chance in life because abortion is taking all of the children look like nowadays. You do not destroy the seed. That was a doctor you just took out, a lawyer or something. Could have been an NBA basketball player or a preacher or a deacon or whatever. We ain't gonna never know. These young men nowadays are so out of control because they look for the street life. They look at the rappers, the lifestyle of the rappers. They want to be a rapper. And I ain't talking bad about rappers or nobody. I'm just speaking what's real. I want the bling bling. I want to ride on the rims. I want the pocket full of money. I want the platinum watches. I want this, I want that. But nobody's telling them that you should try Jesus. See, what look good ain't good all the time, people. What you see ain't what you see. Me and Pop was talking about this the other day on the young men that's walking around, and even the young women when they don't have nothing to look forward to. And Pop made such a true saying. He said, a man really don't know what he's doing when he walks out on his family. You don't really understand what you're doing when I hope somebody looking at this video, you don't know what you're doing when you walk out on your children. The man of the house. The man who's supposed to be doing things the way God say. And when you turn your back on your children, go start up another family. So a lot of people have done that. You are hurting that child. And you know God ain't pleased. They think they be walking out on their wife, but they walking out on it all. That's why when you take them wedding vows, so a lot of people now take wedding vows like a joke. For better or for worse, they just done took out for worse. For better and better is what the marriage vows say now. Because when it get worse, that's when everybody bail the hell out. These children are so beautiful. I always tell people a lot of these children ain't bad like you think they is. They just don't have nobody to spend time with them nor teach them, because the sad thing is some of these grown folks need to be whooped. We got too many grown folks that think they grown having all these babies, and then these babies don't have nobody to look forward to in life. And here it is when they hit 12, 13 years old. The Bible say train up a child in the way they should go, and when they get old, they will not depart from it. It didn't say train up the child being ignorant. It didn't say train up the child showing your whorish ways, letting every Bo, Joe, and Luke in the back door. It didn't say train up your child mean on the thug life. It said train up a child in the way they should go. You training up your child to be headed toward the penitentiary because you telling them it's okay to sag your pants. It's okay to do this and do that. So many youngsters are gone, man. Everybody I know pretty much ain't even 30 years old, ain't even 20 years old. 18, 19 years old and already got cases. Some ain't gonna see daylight. And 9 times out of 10, when you get to the end of the story, it wasn't no father around. My mama disowned me. I found love in the streets. The streets had me, man. The church folks kicked me out. This is why I try to reach out, man. I hope there's some youngsters looking at this video. You ain't got to be hip and cool to fit in doing wrong, bro. Sisters, you ain't got to. If you can hold on, I'm gonna just be bold when I say that sex is very overrated. And I know most people don't want to hear stuff like this, but if you can hold on, young women, because you really ain't missing nothing. When you lay down, see, it's that little 20, 30 minutes of pleasure, if it's that long, once it's over and it's unprotected, the real thing is when that child comes. Life hits hard after that. And most people, when they get pregnant, we go into the clinic. I'm not keeping it. How is God looking at us? That's why parents got to show a dynamic example. Is it easy? No. That's why God designed for 2. It's hard to raise kids with 2 parents. Now you got 1 parent in a home. How hard is that? See, daddy can go far as he can with the little girl, and daddies love the little girls cling to their father, but there's gonna come a time when they start hitting their period. And daddy gonna say, you need mama for that. There's gonna come a time when that son started getting older and he gonna need daddy to show him some manly things. Show me how to change my oil on my car. Show me how to change a flat. Show me how to do manly things, but he's looking for daddy and daddy locked up or daddy dead. Most of the women are going to college and most of the men are going to the penitentiary or the grave. I wish we could do something, but I know it's going to keep getting worse because we won't get out of ignorance. Men, it's time out for all this trying to be a player and hoeing around. Thinking I still got it. I want to see how many I can get, sleep with. I mean, think about your children, if you got any. Think about their life now. You done lived your life. And then you got so many parents trying to live their life through their children. Got to let your children make their own mistakes. Old saying, if you make the bed, you got to lie in it. Let a child make their mistakes, but show them when they're wrong. Stop cussing them out all the time. Show them the way. I'm so sick of going to these stores, seeing these old ghetto women and ghetto men cussing their children out in front of the whole world look like. Sitting there embarrassing the child. Just because you cussed them out don't mean you taught them nothing. Do it matter what the children think? Or do we even care about the children's feelings? Y'all take care.